Oh, precious.
I watch Hello Okanagan from Kelowna.
Happy holidays, everyone. Last minute gift ideas, hellookanagan.com. We got sweatshirts, hoodies, and t-shirts.
Alright guys, I'm really excited to go into my favorite chocolate shops here, and hopefully they have some really good samples laid out for us. Peter! Did you eat all the samples? Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Hello Okanagan. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out.
Hey David, what's an astronaut's favorite chocolate?
I don't know, Peter, what is?
Mars bar. Stay tuned, guys, we're making chocolate. Hello Okanagan, welcome back. Guess what? We're making chocolate. We're here with Burrito from Cotton's. How you doing, Burrito?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Thanks for being on the show.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
We just met a few years ago when I moved into the Okanagan, and I love what you do and everything that you've done for a lot of charities and such. But before we talk about the chocolate and making chocolate, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How did you get into this?
Well, I was born in Toronto, but I grew up in Vernon. We moved here when I was about 10 years old, and I remember even as a little girl, I've always had a fascination with sugar and chocolate.
We all did.
Yeah, like I remember just being super stoked about what one could create with chocolate and sugars, and I just wanted to learn as much as I could about that. My mother actually worked for a Roundtree's chocolate factory.
Wow.
When I was little, yeah, when we lived in Toronto. So she was always baking and creating and working with chocolate. And I just super fascinated by what you could make and what you could stick chocolate to and what you could use it as an adhesive to stick things to. And it became just a passion of mine. Super intriguing product to work with.
So Burrito, then in that case, when did you get into Cotton's chocolate, and how long have you been here with the business and with the company?
Well, it's pretty exciting. We actually just celebrated our 24th anniversary, Cotton's Chocolate's 24th anniversary of opening our doors last weekend. And so when I was growing up, I was always making chocolate and creating chocolate treats. And I actually made a whole whack of chocolates for my wedding, and to save some money. And we didn't have a lot of money when you're young, so we actually made chocolate treats for our friends when they got married. And then I quickly realized that I had a little bit of a recipe to creating a business when their friends actually wanted to give me money to make chocolates for them.
So Burrito, we obviously have an incredible array of chocolates in your shop here and everything. What is your favorite, would you say? Your favorite item that maybe you sell or maybe you don't sell? What is your favorite?
Well, my favorite item is probably a combination of a bunch of different things that we actually make with one constant. We make our caramel from scratch, and we also do a truffled peanut butter. So those two combined with a little bit of Himalayan pink sea salt is absolutely amazing. So we actually do a peanut butter caramel turtle, a truffled peanut butter and caramel popcorn, and we also do clusters that way. So we drizzle caramel and peanut butter on a whole bunch of different things, and I would slather our truffled peanut butter and caramel on every single thing in the store if we could. I love it. It's so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
yummy.
I have an important question for you.
Yes.
Can we go make chocolate?
Yes.
Like now?
Yes, we can. Let's do it.
So, Burrito, we're here with a bowl of melted chocolate.
We are.
How did we get here? Do you just buy this, or?
I wish. That would make my job so much easier. But essentially it starts off in solid form. We get them in blocks, And then we break up the blocks, and then we melt it down. We use a Belgium couverture, Calbo chocolate. You can essentially melt chocolate down either in a double boiler, or if it's small batches, you can melt the chocolate down in a microwave. So essentially what we do is once it's melted, it's not quite ready to work with. So we're gonna put a few little pieces of chocolate that haven't been melted in the melted chocolate. And that chocolate is known as seed chocolate. And that's actually gonna bring the temperature down to about 26 to 27 degrees.
I know these now, is this just for decoration or each one a different flavor?
Each one's a different color. You seem to unravel this one very quickly.
Yeah.
It's not pretty anymore. So pink is always white chocolate in our store. Purple is actually dark chocolate. And then the red is actually milk chocolate. These are some of my personal favorite items that I love to dip in chocolate.
Okay.
My all-time favorite is the Swedish berries. I love Swedish berries. The Swedish berries dipped in chocolate are amazing. Really, candies or cookies or nuts and pretzels are always super tasty when they're dipped in chocolate.
What would you say is the weirdest thing you've dipped in chocolate?
I'd probably say the weirdest thing that I've dipped in chocolate is pork fat. Not to be confused with bacon dipped in chocolate, but
Which I've had, and that's actually really good.
Super popular in the States, so it's the salty and the sweet.
Yeah.
But I actually had a butcher come in that they had actually cut the fat off of bacon that they were cutting. So there was no meat, it was just fat. And then they cooked it, and so it was all crispy, and asked me to dip that. And that's what they were serving at a wedding for dessert.
Oh, you broke your Oreo.
The Oreo's done.
Don't worry, it'll still taste good.
You know what, there's no wrong way when you're working
Exactly.
with chocolate. It might look different from somebody else's, but definitely not.
Sure does look different.
So I just after dipping it, put it on.
So essentially, yeah, just give the bottom of your fork a little bit of
Covered in Oreo ice.
You just want to have a nice thin coat over whatever you're dipping.
Okay. So just drop it in.
Yep.
Kinda
Submerge
drown
in-
it.
Yeah, submerge it in the
Submerging, yeah,
chocolate.
that's a better word.
Okay.
Drown my pretzel.
Oreo round 2.
Don't laugh, camera guy.
You guys are doing good. So this is a really good indicator that your chocolate needs to be warmed up.
Yeah. I noticed from the first one that I put in there that the fork is getting harder and harder to
Yeah.
maneuver around. So how would you reheat this now?
So
Because it's
because-
plastic, we can't put that in the
We
microwave.
can actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is just a small amount of chocolate. So we use double boilers at Cotton's Chocolates, but when you're working with a small amount of chocolate, you can actually just pop this in the microwave. And if you stick it in, it doesn't need to be in for very long. So just even 5 seconds. And I'll just show you the difference. It just melts super quick. Like just zap it for 5 seconds.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
And if you find that you need it a little bit more, then you can stick it in for another couple of seconds, but you don't want to put it in there for too long because then you're making it too hot and then the crystals are separating from the cocoa butter and you'll have to repeat the tempering process. So you know what I like to do with those? I like to submerge them so they're about 3/4, so you can hold on to the top of it.
Okay.
And just kind of slant your bowl.
Oh,
like
I see what you're
that.
doing.
So
Okay.
you've got, yeah.
Actually, you don't even have to cover the whole thing if you didn't
No,
want.
no, there's, like I said, there's no wrong way to do it. Making chocolate is an opportunity to be creative and just make the treats your favorite. If you want to dip it in, dip all of it. If you don't want to dip all of it, just
Nice.
eat it whole.
Nice.
Just grab one.
Don't date it. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Oh.
Does it taste like a root beer float? So good. It's good, eh? That's probably my most difficult recipe to date to create because chocolate and water don't mix, they don't like each other, and pop is basically flavored water, right?
How?
I know it's so good.
So
All kinds of right.
How many versions of these were there before you got to this?
8.
Mine, no, this is mine. Let go.
No!
No, dude, let go.
Root beer!
This is mine. Hey everyone, as we come to the end of 2020, we want to thank you so much for following us on our journey.
And we want to wish you happy holidays, Hello Okanaganers. We really appreciate all of you guys following us so loyally for the past few months as we kicked off Hello Okanagan.
And mark your calendars, January the 2nd, the first episode of 2021 is a best of Hello Okanagan.
We're hitting off the new year and 2021 with an absolute bomb of an episode. It's gonna be bloopers, all the behind the scenes, and all the fun stuff that never made it to our show. It's gonna be a rewind, Peter.
Stay tuned, guys. Thank you.
Stay tuned, guys.
So we have 2 recipes for A&W.
Okay.
This is the white, the root beer float, and this is actually the extra dark root beer truffle. So that each box gets 3 of each, and then they gift them to,
Management and such,
at the restaurants.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of corporate clientele besides just regular customers coming in off the street.
Yeah.
You have
So we've got corporate clients. We have a pretty big wholesale division as well. And one of the fun things that we've actually just started doing in the last few years is we've created hybrid product lines for local businesses, and we'll take their product and we'll combine it with our chocolate, and then we'll create a hybrid product for them to actually sell. One of the wineries that we work with is Intrigue Wines, and we take their Merlot and their frosted wines and we actually make a truffle for them. Amazing company, probably one of the most kindest people I've ever worked with in the last 24 years. They're fantastic. Did you guys want to eat a hedgehog? I feel like you should eat a hedgehog.
Dude, I'm like,
what is a hedgehog? Which one's a hedgehog again?
Oh, precious. Oh, precious.
What are you doing?
Leave me alone.
Okay, that's just a little weird.
So good. This was actually bubble gum.
Bubblegum.
Bubble gum.
How do you start? How do you start off the process in the first place?
So it's sugar and candy coloring, and we mix it together, and then we actually put the flossine in there, and then there's a heating element, and that keeps it all up. You don't want to stick your finger in there. I actually accidentally did that one time, and I broke my finger. That's why it's crooked.
Broke it. Doing what?
Making cotton candy.
Oh my god.
My finger got too close to that. Yeah. Perfect. Yum.
Awesome.
All done.
Before we let you go, we visited your store location, which we snacked on, I gotta admit. And now we're on this side. It's a classroom setting. This is a new area for you. You want to give us some information about this? What are people doing here?
Yeah, absolutely. This is our little factory space that we do our chocolate classes in. We've got 2 and 3 hour chocolate classes that we offer. The classes are $65 each if you'd like to book a class.
And is this for a whole group? How many people can you fit in here? Or is this for couples only if a couple wanted to do something different on a certain night?
We offer a couple classes for sure.
Okay.
Maximum amount of people that can do a class is 6 people.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
And before we get into the conclusion of this episode, Breed, I just wanted to touch into a little bit of the more philanthropic aspects of what you do. So tell us a little bit of a brief synopsis of Sweet Smile Society and what it is and what you guys do.
For sure. We started Sweet Smile Society about 14 years ago. I'm the founder and president of Sweet Smile Society. It is a global based organization. So we've got strong local focus, and our international focus is Mexico. And essentially what we do is we aid children and families in need. And we, on an international level, we aid children that have been rescued from the drug and sex industry. And we built homes for them. We've started a family preservation orphanage prevention project in Huachuco, Mexico about 3 years ago. And what's really fantastic about this project is if you're indigenous of Huachuco, Mexico, through the Huachuco government's Land Grant Act, the government will actually award you with a small piece of raw land. And so we come in and we get the record of title transferred into the family's name. Their investment is sweat equity, and they have 800 hours mandatory that they need to invest into the build of their own home. So it's a great way to help rebuild self-worth and value within the family as well as the community. We hire local, and the homes are amazing. They're built to Canadian code, and it really ends up being a legacy for the home.
No, and
for the family.
The yearly event that you guys were putting on before this as well, the Valentine's for Mexico, was absolutely phenomenal. Definitely one of my favorite events to attend every year. So if they want any more information about Sweet Smile Society, how do they find that out?
Well, they can send me an email at cottonschocolates@shaw.ca, or send me a text or give me a call on my cell, 778-212-2438. I'd love to talk to them about it. We always need people coming down to Mexico and volunteering. We take a crew every year down to work at City of Angels Orphanage, just to continue the building of the project.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for allowing us to come in here. Sorry, I'm still nibbling here. What is the website again? Somebody can reach you.
Well, they can. Our website's actually down right now. We're getting it rebuilt. It was a little bit old,
okay.
So they can send me an email at cottonschocolates@shaw.ca, or send me a message through our Facebook site, Cotton's Chocolates, or even my personal page, Burrito Durward.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys smash a like and leave us a comment.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel as well, and check out our socials on Facebook and Instagram. Hello, Okanagan.